let me introduce myself. My name is Amit. I'm a freelancer basically. I do IT projects, I do also online corporate trainings and also like online trainings as well. Yeah. So that's all from my end. Okay. So so I believe here everyone's are like already having experience in SAP. Everybody know what is SAP and all. Now the question is, here we will discuss about why RAP. Okay, and few things that is there in RAP. Okay, that was not possible in RAP. I will say like classical ABAP. Okay, all right. As we can see, so these are going to be our course contents for this session. Okay. Now let me just discuss about why RAP actually came into picture. Okay, and what were some of the issues with the classical approach. Okay, if we discuss about the SAP ABAP, so earlier like we were using simply this GUI in ECC, as well as both the end user as well as the consultants were using this what ECC application, or I will say that GUI applications used to be used. Later point of time, user wanted some best experience, so they don't want like GUI applications to be installed all the times. They wanted to access everything through web. So that's why this Fiori UI stuff came into picture. Okay, and to achieve that, it is necessary for a company to have their own database. So that's how the HANA database came into picture. So in HANA database, came across these data definition languages, okay, like CDS, okay, code push down techniques, CDS, AMDP, those stuffs came into picture, and as well as the OData, which is the API. With time also, things got evolved, okay. So earlier, like if we wanted to develop an applications, okay, how we used to develop an applications. So in SAP specifically, if I say, so first we have to create an API like OData service. Then that OData service will be what to say like mapped with this front-end applications, okay, which is like the Fiori applications. So ultimately the URL is going to be created. Okay. But now because of this RAP, RESTful application programming model, things got changed. So in order to develop that, we might not need the separately a backend developer, a front-end developer, and also an integration developer. Okay, so things can be done easily. Okay, that is why RAP came into picture. If I tell you, have you guys tried using prompt engineering to create any sort of application using this CSS HTML and deploy it to GitHub? Has anyone ever tried it? You wanted to develop an application, for example, and so what you did, like using prompt engineering, you created an index.html file and you upload it, or I will say deploy it to GitHub. The URL got generated and you are accessing that applications. Have you came across such, or have you ever done this sort of requirement as a part of like hackathon or any other like AI stuff in your companies?
Hackathon, we did that.
So it's not like the exact, but the similar framework SAP decided to implement. So that is why RAP came into picture. Okay. In RAP, okay, see, for every programming language, or let's say every applications, we have one thing that is called backend, front end, and integrations. So here the backend stuff will be taken care by this CDS view. Let's say you are designing any sort of applications. Okay, in the backend, it will be the CDS view where the details are going to be fetched from the database tables. So CDS is the backbone of any RAP applications. Training sessions, we will understand what's the BTP. Okay, of course, these are like the basic, like what to say, theoretical approach, but our approach will be a bit more practicals. We will understand how this service keys are getting generated. Okay, how do we exactly configure the SAP systems in Eclipse and all, because here all the coding will be taken care either in Eclipse or HANA Studio. CDS view, many of you will be aware about, but yes, we will understand how to create the CDS view with authorizations, with associations, with filter path. Okay, after these things, okay, when we are developing any sort of RAP applications, so these are the stuffs we need to do. Let's say you are designing any application. First is like the data structure algorithm. So CDS will act as a data structure algorithm. So it's kind of like, let's say you design the structure, which is nothing but the CDS view. Structure, let's say analogy to CDS. After the structure is ready, next is we need to do the, to say, UI designing. This UI designing stuff will be taken care by the metadata extensions. where we will get to know about some annotations and all. After UI designing, next will be like we are developing an applications. How this application should behave. So basically every application it will be like a basic CRUD operations. For behavior, we have a term called behavior definitions. Okay. Next, after behavior definitions, so just like class definitions we have, similarly behavior definitions. Like a local class will be created in the Eclipse. Okay, but you wanted to add some extra validations, extra code. So that time we use this behavior implementations. Next is like we are developing an application, we are deploying, let's say that index.html file to the GitHub. So similarly here will be needed something called URL. We need to define that URL. So for that service definition and ultimately everything needs to be integrated. And for that reason we have there's a term called service binding. Or this is the step I will say. If it is like managed application you are designing, it has to be like structure, UI designing, which is nothing but metadata extension, behavior definition, and service definition and service binding. Okay. But when it comes to unmanaged applications, means there is a RAP application you have developed, but you wanted to add your own validations or your own custom logics for certain scenarios. So for in that case, just like class implementations, you have to write the code inside this behavior implementations, and the coding will be similar to the SQL. Okay, and it's also a bit similar to your normal ABAP code as well. Not 100%, but 90 to 95%. Like select queries will be there, and basic if conditions, switch case, all those things will be there. Behavior implementations. Okay. Behavior implementations, UI integration with Fiori elements. So we will get to know about this OData V2 and V4. What is that exactly? Next will be like advanced RAP events. Like we have events in SAP like start of selections and all, there are certain events also there in RAP as well. We will discuss on that as well. Next will be like how do we deploy it? Okay, transporting. Okay, RAP in on-premise versus cloud. On-premise in the sense, what to say, like we have this IP address like 182.82 like that. So that will be the on-premise system. When it comes to cloud, we'll be using service URL. Okay, that service URL will be configured in the Eclipse. Okay, so these are the stuffs we are going to cover. Okay, let it be every application. These are the, if I tell you, this is the step. Okay, but again, the point is right now SAP suggests every new applications, if you are designing, okay, company has to follow the clean core approach. Okay, so those clean core approach also we will cover. Like, what is the alternative of Adobe Forms? What is the alternative of Baddies? What is the alternative of BAPI in RAP? So all these things also we are going to cover, and there is like some documentations are also available, which also will be shared during the sessions as well. Okay, so I'd like to know the queries you have this training. So that is what we'll be covering in this RAP.
So using RAP, we would be developing an application, which would be based on the CDS views, right?
Correct.
What are the behavior implementations that we can put in place here? Is it only the CRUD operations, or we can call some backend APIs?
So when it comes to basic CRUD operations, so behavior definition is the perfect place. Okay. Coming to the behavior implementation part, we'll be adding some extra piece of codes. Let's say some validations. Coming to the API stuff, well, I haven't came across any such scenario yet, any of the projects which I have worked so far. Okay. Because here itself, we are creating the API, we are integrating with the front end, and we are doing those stuffs. Let's say there is some API involved, so we might need to, for designing that structure itself, we need to get the API details from the API hub. So let's say you're designing an API for, let's say, PO creation using RAP. Okay, so in the API hub, we need to find the basic structures, and based on the structure, we can design that application.
CDS view for the sales order, and we have generated an RAP application, and when I create any sales order using RAP, there is some backend functionality that I need to trigger. So is that achievable here? Say whenever I create any sales order, I need to trigger some ATP calls and check for the product availability.
Okay. Okay, you want to do ATP calls to, is it like some other system or our like this SAP
Yeah,
system?
yeah. Yes, some other system, supply chain system.
In that context, it's a validation. You are validating whether this material is exist or not in the supply chain system. This will be done in the behavior implementation part.
Let's say I need to create delivery automatically within the S4 or whatever we do in normal SAP ABAP, right? Let's say when we
Mhm.
create any sales order and we trigger some actions at the back end. Just wanted to check if this kind of functionalities would be possible or it's just designing the UI and enabling the search and create options.
As of I tell you, this technology, if I say around after 2020 or 2021, something like that, right? Like 4 to 5 year old technology, right? So as of now, SAP is merely focusing on creating an application without using those, classical GUI stuff. Okay. But yes, there are some other features like that you have mentioned, like doing this ATP call and all. These functionalities are also possible. But again, like there are some manuals actually SAP does provide it. Okay, first we need to look for any standard API call, whether it is happening or not. If that is available, so we need to use that. Okay. Right now, there are also many reviews and stuffs are going on by the architects for this clean core approach. Okay. So any sort of new scenarios or any sort of new things are going on, it needs to be again reviewed. The what to say, like the feasibility first needs to be checked. Okay.
So Amit, Krishna here. So adding to last question. So
Yeah.
this model of application building works for custom development, custom application development. That works well. But in my company, we are not
Mm.
using any custom applications. We have maintain sales orders, maintain purchase orders, and maintain work order apps. Does
Correct.
your course cover in-app extensions? In case I
Correct.
want to add a separate tab or separate extension to the app, would you be covering this as part of this training?
Yes, yes. So like in-app extensibility, side-by-side extensions, which is like the, I will say like the enhancement behavior of RAP. Okay, those things are also gonna cover. Let's say we have this cloud approach, like cloud bodies are also there. Okay,
Mhm.
so it's something like in which particular scenarios. So what is the alternative in our what to say RAP? So those things are also we are going to cover. Primarily,
And
okay, RAP will be this CDS, metadata, behavior definition, service definitions, and service binding. But also when there is a standard applications, and we wanted to include like Adobe Forms also in RAP. Okay, we wanted to also do some sort of like standard application like this cloud bodies has to be implemented. So we are also going to discuss those things.
so during this in-app extensions, would you be walking us through the steps of identifying?
Like in the OData service, we used to generate that XML file. Okay. So here in RAP, what is happening is like for what to say, for structure designing, we are using CDS, UI, metadata. Okay. For basic behavior, we are using this behavior definitions, service definition for URL. Okay. So that XML thing, as of now, the number of scenarios I have worked so far, so it has never been used. But let me see whether I can cover that part as well. Fragmented Adobe Forms, if you want, I can include that. Okay. Fragmented forms, we will understand like what to say, how you can develop custom fragmented coming to this. But yes, I did work in fragmented Adobe Forms, but yeah, it's like the Fiori and other stuff, but not in RAP because I haven't came across such